Hello everyone, and welcome to our show, where you will hear about everyday miracles happening in people's lives. God is real and sends His angels to help us, especially when we pray to them. Today I have 3 stories, so let's begin. I have 3 true angel encounter stories I wanted to share that happened while I was working in retail sales over the course of 7 months. First of all, I am no stranger to giving decrees and prayers to Archangel Michael, having done so for over 40 years. Archangel Michael is well known in many religious texts and traditions. He also sponsors our law enforcement officers. Thousands around the world make calls to Archangel Michael and his angels daily for protection, faith, guidance, and spiritual strength. My first story recounts a personal intercession by the angels, which saved my workplace from a lot of potential costly damage. I was part of a publishing company sales team that traveled to state fairs around the United States. We sold over 60 book titles and audios, as well as a line of beautiful Swarovski crystal jewelry. In April, we drove from our headquarters in Simi Valley to the National Orange Show Fairgrounds in San Bernardino, California, to set up for the state fair, which was opening the next day. We had a beautiful 10 by 20 foot booth constructed of gold anodized aluminum tubing with a yellow and white vinyl roof. Facing the public were 2 8-foot tables that displayed our books and audios. On the far end of one of the tables, we also set up 2 3-foot tall crystal displays which were made of small trees that had been sandblasted and mounted on a flat base. This was a clever way to display about 80 different pieces of jewelry, which would sparkle brightly in our lights, shooting rainbow colors in all directions. This helped attract a lot of people to our booth, and they were easy to sell. One afternoon during business hours, we were fairly busy as there was a steady stream of people walking by, with a few stopping to check out our books and crystal display. While I was standing behind one of the book display tables, I looked to my left, and there I noticed a teenage boy slumped over, stumbling into people, and running into booths, knocking down their products and displays. He was obviously out of control on drugs and causing quite a disturbance to everyone around him. Unfortunately, now he was heading straight towards our booth. I knew that if I didn't do something right now, he was going to slam into our booth, knocking over our displays, and probably causing hundreds of dollars in damage. So instinctively, I quickly made the call. In the name of the Christ, I called to Archangel Michael to send your angels to move this guy away from our booth. No sooner had I said this than I saw both shoulders raise up as if 2 strong men had taken him by the arms. His body stood straight up as an arrow, and he literally slid right past our booth as if he was picked up and dragged. I couldn't believe my eyes. Right after he passed our booth, the teen immediately dropped back down into his slouched, stumbling self, and he carried on just as he had before. Soon after, I watched as security personnel came in and took him out of the auditorium. After things settled down a bit, I did make some more calls to the angels to cut that teenager free from drugs and get him the help he needs to get his life back on track. I heard that if we give 20 minutes of prayers to Archangel Michael each day, he will send his angels to our side to help us for the next 24 hours. Although I didn't see them, I know without a doubt that the angels assigned to me were more than happy to help the moment I called to them. My second story took place at the Arizona State Fair in Phoenix. During a typical day in our sales booth, we had 2 main jobs. One, we would sit on our break area behind an accordion wall and pray to the angels to guide the right people to our booth. Or 2, we would stand out front talking to people and selling our spiritual books and Swarovski crystal jewelry. Some days were very busy, while others almost no one walked by. One particular quiet day, I was out front straightening up our book displays when a woman walked up and stood at the books looking at each title. I got the prompting to hand her one of our books, My Soul Does Magnify the Lord by Mother Mary. As I stood there directly across from her, she didn't say a word, but just had this very nice smile the whole time as she opened the book and started reading. Then what happened next was simply divine. I saw a set of huge pink wings come from around her and completely enfold us in the most powerful love I have ever felt. We both stood there in complete peace and love for what seemed at least a minute. When the wings faded back, she looked at me with that kind smile and said, "I'll take it." She bought the book and without another word walked away. To this day, I don't know if she was an angel herself or if an angel of love had visited us and inspired a lady to buy the Mother Mary book for her own soul enlightenment. All I know is I was blessed that day with a profound angelic love I'll never forget. My third encounter happened in Cupertino, California, while I was working at a Swarovski crystal jewelry booth that was set up in Sears during the Christmas season. I heard this location had the lowest sales volume of all the Swarovski booth locations throughout the San Francisco area malls. Because I hadn't sold in this environment before, I was a bit nervous and unsure of myself. As the days passed by, only a few people stopped at my booth, and I only made a couple sales. After the first week, I was really starting to get frustrated at my lack of confidence in sales. So one day, I kneeled down behind a counter, closed my eyes, and started quietly giving calls to Archangel Michael to give me confidence and help me get more sales. After I was done, I opened my eyes, and right next to me stood this beautiful little boy. He had the most brilliant blue eyes and blonde hair. A little startled, I asked, "What's your name?" He looked at me, and with all his might he said, "I am Michael." Then immediately he turned and ran off, in which direction I do not know. Amazed, I stood up and felt a newfound confidence come over me. My feelings of inadequacy vanished, and I started feeling happy about being there and about life in general. From that day forward, people started coming to my booth more frequently, and I made steady sales. At the end of the season, it turned out I broke all the previous sales records for that location. I knew that little angel who stopped by weeks earlier answered my prayers. These experiences reinforced a couple of things I have known for years. God's angels are always here waiting to help us. All they need is our calls, and they will act according to God's will. Also, God's helpers come in many sizes, shapes, and colors. They could be an invisible but holy presence that drives away people possessed by malintent. They may appear as wings filled with profound love, or they may even appear as a little child full of power and determination. Whatever the form, let us keep our heart, mind, and spirit open, and never forget to make the call, for there are angels standing beside us right now. Here's a short prayer you can give to get help from your angels. In the name of the Christ, I call to my beloved heavenly angels to help me. Here you can name the problem or task you need help with, according to God's will. I send you my love and gratitude, and thank you for always being at my side. Amen. Thank you for listening. Miracles can and do happen every day. How about you? If you have a special story you would like to share on this channel, please send it to us for a possible future show.